Hey, we got interrupted. I'm using my phone to do this, of course, and one of those garbage, hideous, dishonest phone calls tried to get through and made the camera stop. So we're picking up right here. Did x times x, x squared, x times minus 11, minus 11x, then minus 2 times x, minus 2x, and minus 2 times minus 11 plus 22. Well, the prediction was minus 13 for the middle coefficient. Is that what's happening? There's the x squared. Minus 11 minus 2 is minus 13x, and then plus 22. So that works out. This one's got this important different feature of it's not just a plain x, it's a 3x. As soon as you see something like 3x, 2x, for either of these or both, then this idea of adding those numbers to get the middle coefficient, that won't work anymore. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just different. So as we go left to right again, 3x times x, 3x squared, then 3x times 5, 15x, and then 1 times x, 1x, and 1 times 5 gives us a plus 5 at the end. Now we can collect the like terms. 15x and 1x, that'll make 16x in the middle. So we still get the first term coming out to the product of the things in the front of both parentheses, and the number at the end is the product of the numbers in the right-hand side of both parentheses. But the middle now, it's a little more complicated. And I'm not even going to try to describe how that middle term, you can see what we do. We multiply everything out and collect like terms. That's how we get the middle, but there's no cool, easy shortcut like there was for these. Now, moving to the bottom of page 1, do you see something kind of special about this example and the one next to it? Notice that they have the same terms, same terms, except one says plus and one's minus. It's x and a 5 and a 5, except one's plus and one's minus. Similarly, over here, 3x and 3x, 4 and 4, but one's plus and one's minus. See what happens here, if there's anything worth noting. As we go left to right, x times x, x squared, x times minus 5, minus 5x, then 5 times x, plus 5x, and 5 times minus 5, get minus 25. And what's the middle? Those cancel each other out. And look, if we did the same thing as we did above, add these together, 5 and negative 5, you get 0. So 0x in the middle. We don't bother to write 0x, it's just 0. What's special here is we get a 2-term answer because the middle parts cancel. So we should get a 2-term answer here, even though it's got 3x and 3x. Watch what happens. As I multiply 3x times 3x, I get 9x squared. Then I get minus 12x plus 12x and minus 16. So these are exact opposites. Add them up, they add up to 0 for the middle term. So it's 9x squared minus 16. So the conclusion here is if you have something plus something times something minus something, and I'm using the word something here very legalistically. These got to be exactly the same. These got to be exactly the same. One of them's got to be plus. One of them's got to be minus, and it doesn't matter which sign comes first. So let me write that word or here. The answer, the multiplied out result of either one of these will be the square of the first thing, take away the square of the second thing. Well, now we can go up to the top of the paper, and right here, a minus b times a plus b, we get the square of the first thing minus the square of the second thing. The order here does matter because it is subtraction, and if you subtract backwards, you get a different number, right? So whatever's first, square of that first. Whatever's second, square of that second. Okay, now that's really the end of page 1, and we'll see you in video for page 2.